Today is Saturday, 25th, 2016, this Jan month, 8:30 in Buenos Aires. And your runners, middag, Mr. President, I'm so sorry my terms. I'm sorry the reality switch is still power through. The whole clear fact is who I am and people of ours around, which no rest and still the same. This is exactly what you, your runner, NHTEY, wanted I to tell you. It's true and everyone kept on making the same, taken from our accounts, God of us, Hashem Daniel. The whole way we're working with, you are not admin, Mr. President. The whole I've done, the whole I do, and threatening to the corporation, Stalker, Rankin, to Chris, specifically, and to the whole of the Justice Bodies corporations, especially to making threatening about murdering whoever to be responsible direct from the corporations in Argentina, as in the whole of the Latin America, to murdering. And also employed and the responsibility for not acceding about the demand of Ejército Argentino, Ejércitos Latinoamérica, and then Servicios de Inteligencia Federales, Ministerios de Seguridad y de Defensa, y Kirchners, una sola. And peronchas, con redondar unas víctimas. And the reality of this is exactly like Cristianeja, cynicism to say, Reventeja, Betreteja, y Matereja, and nothing on no royal and nothing from high, and nothing to be nothing about nothing of high, but diablas, with the pardon of victims, which were permanently saying that nothing they will ever let me have because of will being a prophecy of the Lord, el diablo reventado Lucifer, Monra y toda su maldita servidumbre a Sodoma y Gomorra, the magic trouser, the miracle of El High, goes and makes every orals all around, expose themselves at the pleasure of Sodoma and Gomorrah and gets the miracles. And it's what they live off. And I told them, Grand Horde is the only thing you're going to have. The abominations you seeded, you fundated. The abominations you wanted and you hold it to destroy the real, as my nation, the real nation, Israel, Judah, Mishpach, Zion, and to my person, which thirsts still. Has the supposed prophecies of them making the whole as us, like they will be justified on whatever to do for the last time to survive. So whatever they do will be just okay. That they will ever can reap out people as whoever to raise the tongue against them and curse them and damage them for any class of things, and no one will ever touch them. And says that has rights to taking everything off of me, that I wouldn't have no rights for no land, for no justice, for no respect, for no orders, for no miracles, and nothing of God, that they will ever have to make the effort that God will ever justify. So makes like brujas de mierda, profaning me daily, putting them gestaltized, which never were no other, cristianitos degenerados, at the referendum-like spiritistas and brujas de mierda, Sodoma y Gomorrah Kirchners, all over deflectively to, in the name of Jesus, because I wouldn't do that. Similar is not the same. About they says they where's my spirit, and they will take my virtue, my gift, my ministry, my spirit away, and they will be Elia. Every perro degenerado, Guillermo Rasprain, Osvaldo Carnívoro, Marco Barrera, Carlos Anacondia, Juan Crudo, Bernardo Estenateas, and Freitzons now, telling, don't you see the spirit moves around? Lord gave it to us, he cannot say, he cannot be not us. Like every perro degenerado, Peroncho, Kirchners y cada perro civil degenerado oportunista with them. And of course, perros degenerados, ejército argentino, armada argentina, fuerzas armadas argentinas each, every day. Now, nothing stopped here around. And they says that they had to occupy all these places I have been through. And taking everything that I've been doing, that 78,609,804 degenerados in the Latin America, all this class associated to this ones, are making to our accounts Melech, Elbas, Melech Habanero, Hayden, and I'm sorry my violence on the terms again. There are different ways to communicate with not need to saying this, but the violence and the arguments is something I cannot handle now. While they says that making that smart guerra espiritual, they will take positions. So started to murdering here and in everywhere. Friends of mine, friends of ours, saying that it herbitans and Kirchners and Población Civil always supported them and helped them with, naturally, perros de Sodoma y Gomorra, Ministerios Seguridad de Defensa, todos. And the ones that now place the super patriotic, bragueta mágica, derecho a religión, a cultura y a ciencia. Y Estado. Bleve ferma secha chaligi misuash, que la chave plecha, and deva sosol, and bleve smatani, in red chaligi vishoch matsanem. And telling that had rights to take my bless away, because of Lord wouldn't have nothing to do with my person at all. And telling that reality for this would be that Lord will give them my bless and everything I got and the richness and the whole I got, and there's to say he himself said so. That if this would be something to come true because of they the liars still. Dek glovek bagremot and shvetachma hakimin. And I'm gonna give you something like you wanted I to give you. And forgive me for the Shabbat. Shalom between us. To the nations of Al-Chai. To the understanding of the ones that are at the real peace and trust in front of Al-Chai, and the ones as victimized embracing and ripping out from the death and from the destruction as best with Al-Chai. Shabbat Shalom. And I'm sorry for this. At the point for the clear fact and the reality for this, that is every days that this are behaving are like. Went to the whole of the corporations demanding with local justices for my ideas in Russia and US, in Canada, in Spain, in France, in Switzerland, in Germany, in Italy, in Austria, in UK, in Ireland, Israel, Australia, Japan, China, Malaysia, South Africa, telling that they had rights to take in positions because of I will rob them with my control, and they will prove it, and the local ones that supported them, making the exercise of the effort with them, Sodom and Gomorrah, for making the detention of the management and the owners if there wouldn't be accomplished. Evangelistas Unidos and then Sodom and Gomorrah, Kirchners and Associated, telling that they had rights to take in positions for hostile to taking the corporations at last, because of they will discover everything with them Interpol still tears to saying Evangelistas Unidos, with a forgery saying that UNASUR gave them. And UNASUR doesn't exist. This is not admissible and it's not allowed. In no place of no United Nations and in no world. Diablos degenerados criminales. So in the middle of this all, have done the same with the United Nations, reason why the 6,005 persons, friends of mine, appeared murdered. Telling that it had to be them, because of them we're making the work and not me. The purpose of this perra de guarda, we done it first, the videos are ours, the information, everything we done, not him. And it's exactly what they do between the rest all, covering and making that possible to believe. So keeps the journey of the delusional magic trouser. Everyone. So have done permanently with everything I have been fighting, and the CESNTIVES Evangelistas Unidos, Guillermo Ares Premio Osvaldo Carníbal, Mar Cabrera, Carlos Anacondia, Juan Crudo, Mar Cabrera, the falsest names Cristina Fernández de Kirchner, Néstor Kirchner, Alicia Kirchner, Aníbal Fernández. The styling Sodoma Ramses happened since so long before that we have proved as well, and the GESTALT degenerates. Are false as well, with no doubt. The clear fact of this is that always have been doing the same to me, saying that they had rights to taking the place. Organizing with Policía Federal Argentina, Servicio de Inteligencia del Estado Argentino, Prefectura Naval Argentina, Policía de Seguridad Portuaria, Policía Militar Aeronáutica, Ejército Argentino, Fuerza Armada Argentina, whichever, whatever, at the blowjob, at the prostitution, and at the I give it a share. Give you anything you ask me, I have the power. But give me what I ask you, because if I'm going to send you to hell. But the problem is that perros degenerados, Sodoma y Gomorra, understands like business, whoever makes the biggest huge power, huge it, sorry for this. At the clear fact that they handle only that, whereas the power that serves, they handles, manipulates, and I'm gonna make it, and I'm gonna show that I'm superior, like any Diablo degenerado Sodoma y Gomorra, which is what they are. And Ramses. So, Ejército Argentino, Armada Argentina, Servicio de Inteligencia del Estado Argentino, Policía Federal Argentina, Prefectura Naval Argentina started to coming about to organizing the ones that have done the Servicio Militar Argentino and sent 75,604,904 degenerados to Europe, Israel, US to make the war. In base of possessing my spirit and saying that they're going to understand and watch everything at the GESTALT Nazi, Mason brujo de mierda de Sodoma y Gomorra, which is what Nazi are, styling to the making a chap of Flech Mahat Kibir Focal Gertsasim, with evangelicals, which are exactly Nazi GESTALT Tafasi, the way Hitler done what have done. And it's in the rest all Nabucodonosor, which they are. Now, while keeps on making a teller chat, las víboras degeneradas, in base of profaning me, saying that Lord told us that everything will be indoors. I'm going to tell you what you needed I to tell you. While everything kept on happening here, everyone kept on making the same and making up any class of things as to in this class of situations coming for the corporations of BIDMT, especially associated to Kirchners all over the world, to selling what we've done, and telling with tellers still in Israel, in Europe, in Geneva, in New York, in US, in Canada, in Russia, they will take out everything that we have done, and I sent them, I told them, for they to show that they've done, because of Lord said, gave them the bless and everything, and I will not allow it. Sorry. This is exactly the thing. Everyone is making the same, except the brief number that still are under damages. Why beside my door someone's that surely had to be friends told me to the one that liars. But Placer is gonna show you what happened. At the clear fact of the soul, while still goes through the reality that we know, kept on profaning me and making the same degenerations, and forging and damaging our accounts, and saying that they are going to kidnap you, and saying that they are going to make to you, and say that they it's like a feral shit. They never says no further. Forget the terms. Still with the same degeneration, and evangelazo degenerado, this doesn't raise us no more. And it's defeated already. Don't you see we're taking everything off? And we're gonna prove that it's us, not him. Brujas de mierda, de Sodoma y Gomorra, plain crudo carnival cabrera anacondia, declaring that they are victims and poor ones, and I will cause this to them, that they will be raped all the time, and they themselves handles the rape and murder for coins, and for patrimonies, and for the lives that they said they deserves. In the cost of anything, whoever gets in the way, like the warrior, I'm sorry, God is gonna handle that. Diablitos degenerados, criminalazos, viciados, perros de Sodoma y Babilonia es lo que son. Evangelistas unidos. And the most of the evangelics, but victims. And it's what they are, forever. Now, the reality of this, church just saying that I am the guilty because of I spoken, because of I had to say and do what they said, because of they said they knew it all longer. And they saw it all longer, and they were working with this, and couldn't say a word and couldn't do nothing. But Lord will answer them if I will just shut up about profaning me and making what they said how to do, everyone. Like any witch in the generado, making to me what still today there's to do, saying that Lord gave them my spirit for they to were making and for they to act, that I will be the beast. And that will be his thought, intelligence, while they are inside of the perro of the generados, blow chopping them, and declaring that they will not taste themselves and they will not see it, while are one and another conscious about this circus of whoredom that generates, caravan of Babel, horse of the abomination, and declaring that they controls, and I will be the problem. And in the middle of this all, I'm going to tell you this, that you wanted, I say, well, this perras adivinas gestalt degenerados keeps on making the same for the same this all. We are, you gotta hear us, because if we're going to prove this, now, right here, that we were making not here, not this one, and I'm going to hear, let you know and let you aware. This is exactly, I'm going to show you. Don't you see, the spirit moves, don't you feel it? Sodoma y Gomorra, Babilonia, y kirchnerazo perro de cuarta. Tengo una persecución política, y una persecución política causada por los que quieren el mal con la nación. Te doy 2 millones de pesos si te haces algo de él y haces un trabajito que yo te voy a mandar. Es para la patria. El enemigo es poderoso y pesado. Y tiene cara de yanqui y de judío. Son los enemigos de la patria. Barra criminal, psicópata, genocida, prostituta deflectiva, enferma, podrida mierda. Sorry for this. And peronchos telling the same with la perra musano, sorry the word, again, violence. And of course, with perras evangelicals, sorry the word again, they are. Now, clear fact for the soul. This is exactly the thing. Torah expresses where plague rem finds the spec Rotchinim is matlevi soshetlevi forochnatma. A simplicity which expresses Rotlochma redefet voshevet barach lachal chemaplekim erim replefechot levefechat chalikim rofochwat shechal chalikim itzanar and bleveforot chalikim rofochal chib blaveshva late rochan chalchal blidi misvad leveson shlet shali rechel chalchem blevespot leveformasechal chalikim iron in blevespot levesot shel sikal chalchilikim ba bleveskunu atset shel ba arof Sa'emoa tzikaracha tse'ev ha'edlam. Keptima l'shvov. Then once you read this at the real traditional Torah, not the forgery of Monra, Luciano Troviano, which et Hassel, la bestia. Spadle ke marrave fecholaki rave spadle vistut shel asper machalchal gemisof eshvasim. And you read and okay, understood, but you don't read. Stepleko roch met beshev aple forot chaliki mivarchi levisoshpat lesid chalikia tzetshevet. Binchet chal blebet ves beplevem gib vorom osetla papleki vorom blevisfot chalkim red chalichimig. The principles Kabbalah Parchmet Shvavem. Stlekal refachmat sechal chelikimi rofovo beshvat lekim refachat chiviplo besushofem. Then you go to Ishaiah Betles Rechalem and you keep on reading and come Kabbalah from Berefcha until Blachenim from down to up. And you read please as well Boaz het Shevet et Devov. Gel tremach lechim in antich da'am. And you start reading Cheplet va'eshevet lekarev chalakam blevis paramase chaliki bishop leve farot chalikem baram im ploves parat chaliba blevis sochap lechevat pi ishtleve rave chaleka blechmochalki bisoram blevis lekivi rofi yeshvat lekemo roftaem blevis ishlekiva babel paref fechol tiyat shel dika berov tivim dim paves tivi shesit tivim not tivim Blitz vadech tian schwärm, berov chilim in blam, stat pable verrobe, in steble foren, stellischke le romsto, es verkora jevam, stoch ochol. En spelpleke mag refechat chalgi, refechalgi soshelem, Berbleke magrava fechot chaligi b'forot chaligi b'forot shechal chalakam Gemagrava fechot chaligi b'forot sechaligi b'sochet lachma Imbla b'forot chaligi b'soshech lacham Gelbach matzechal chaligi b'forot sechal b'soshe b'svasemavim Imbla b'forot matzechal chaligi b'soshla b'soshe b'svasevetna. I'm sorry. Tana, thank you. Sloken borov chalech nivim bat levesosochu bashbechal chalakam refachal chalekim borov chalevesoshebes vat levi itzika lechal elblek marram efachot chalekim before anstabat blek machat chishelem emblek eforot chalekim refachot tavasvat levesoshele chevet bad bismi Nina marram efachot chalekim before masachal levesoshebes vasevemat gelchama bleki refacho bab levesoshebes tika Red chalakim refachot chalevifot levesosheves vasevesvi. Gal mor mechal chalakim iblove forot chalakim ishochot chalikam. En bleve fechat chalakim irofachot levesosheves vatach machal chiviki. Ban chalakar reforot chalem bleves forot chalakim forot chalakim isosheves vasem. In lactica de chalchem hovachal befod levesofes lekivi kradacha lebleve forum chalbech motiam blevesosaveshvat lactica chalachim zableve forot chalikim hovachal chableveshma ansashvasima in lactica mohavachal chalikivituvishvat bleve forum chalbeshvat internet. Then you see
En je plek daar gaat ik me over gaan dus zoals dat zie. Gel mogelijk gaat ik hem op laten zoals sheriff gaat niet. Now you understand this. Da chol teshvam renpavim, where is the blech terosh vasim, there is not writing, but you need to see something. Ba red fagman sechal chilivi ample vesoshefat, emblek tichat chaligim faninisan. Gel forwards chelebek formas sechal chikish vaser, klefaro chalcham ableves matlavich vanalan. Bleve formas sechal chaligivi foros sefachmi, le bleve foros chalivi soshech me chalkinivim. Emblek tirot sheve chovedma. Now, the reality is, until the sight of the disgusting crab gets that, also tears evangelistas degenerados, with them Kirschners y civiles degenerados on the. But he's speaking in English. I don't understand, so I can do whatever the F word I want. So it's all okay. I never noticed myself. I never knew. But takes the time for the coming for trying to kidnap our people for the maiden say, which I am not saying that they can do with anyone of the English speaking, but English speaking is so reverent, the most even so not technicism or technocrat can deliver a simple expression for the reality for the pronouncing or translating what I'm telling so easily. This land is full of Gestalt, and Gestalt delivers into that they says the market is full of English, so English, the most of the people studies, at least for a very mid element for understanding the myth. How's this? It's not degree, because of degree is the one that studies the mid-level for the reality as elementally, having a very approach for English, and not so complex. At what I communicate. One dictionary is very complement for understanding what I say. So they are not tested about whatever they want for that F word they are forever after in the hell. And I'm going to put them that. Or at high. Now, the reality is, Parrasos degenerados ejército argentino kept on delivering that I were making the progress of them trousers all around, more porn, for the also excuses to taking more people to rape and murder like permanently we're doing, and no one ever stops, with Parros degenerados civiles that supports them and helps them all over, especially Kirschners. Cría de Ramsés, como cualquier animal del infierno, que es lo que son. Now, bleve fermo sechal chaligi vifogams, vasevish vasecli gagrecham, bleve fermo sechal gishvasim, como sus evangélicos unidos. Señor, no tiene profecía porque se movió el poder. Fobleke marreve fechot chalivi fogmat sechal viatlevav, get chalech mableki fochot chalivi sosheves vaatleki marretaim. Gebleve fochot chaligi vifogos shechal chaligi vifobleve sospetiv. And suddenly you see, and bleve fogom sechal have a bleve soshech ligimisim. Slekim marreve fechalevi sosech. Slekim porochal chamableki fochot chalikim poroch fechalevi sosheves vaat. Gleki mogert chalachama, bleki fogot chalivi sosheves bach lachamatlim. So happens exactly what we know. Slet blekan rebe fogot chalikim moger fechot hebe blebe fogot schim. In blebe fechot chalikim moger fechot lekivi sosech matzem. In se blebe fechot chalikim varochel chale blebe sosheves vasim. Biblikim chovanim. Stowel kawar matfechat chaliki nichov cholefes vasachat chaliki visot maseches man. In bleve fech masachat chaliki vichuat sheva bleve fech masachaliki. An tsevoshvet an bleve fechot chaliki nida. In bloch bachat chaliki visoseres vasiv. Red chaliki min red tseresvan. Saying Langostus of Lucifer is and not giving the description, son gárgolas de Lucifer. Son parásitos, son piojos de Lucifer. Gets in the ambience and starts to proliferate, and until destroys and murders the host, no one stops. Meble fogos gel himivan pleve fogot haligi vishochol hamampi. Leble kimogreve fogot halika fogot haligi soshech maim. Leble fogot halika bagor halvis fotleve soshkel hali. Ilaktika maham. And keeps on making sing on. And no one stops, like there it says. Sen, at the clear fact of what you can express and notably understanding, you go to Armageddon. Yeshua in law. And you see the clear fact of what this is. Extension at the 304th chapter. Bedlek dierma sechishvan, edlek iba rovach legishman, dat pogon vergantes va, indleres wachte galkigerin, galkivi rofes vesvein, impleves sochutes wat lechtik ga de galgemat lekivemas van de suvan. La ple rovechal galekim borvech machal galekivi fogoshachnim, and as times I speak, párrafo del Ministerio de Seguridad de Fuerzas Armadas delirando con su Mengelei, psicópatas degenerados por Dalvier Piñero, Churruca Jerich, Fernández, Durant, Álvarez, and every perro degenerado that has ever returned for the taking GESTALT coin. And then Cuerpo Médico Forense with the pardon of Sofía. Still in Ministerio de Seguridad y Comisarías y cualquier lugar de degenerados y de criminales de perros de Sodoma y Gomorra, at the chop for the making the... Alright, he's saying that, no next, he's going to speaking about the Plechman Rebbe again. And now he's going to say something, you're going to see. For whatever it works to them, we are the ones.
Bruja de Sodoma y Gomorra, y te voy a matar.
So now, so says me. 14 more. Werkelijk kan er vergewachelen de zocht die kan het zeggen was wat levens voor mag hakim in plobe volgens geligi voor wat levens mag gaat shalivis van galchole galchama blech mag geligi die onplobe sosmein. So you start to reading and you understand in antig man said es wat lakim gewachelig is so simple is so sachem bleib pas mat lakim mogin but you read in pliata as get it svaka hosta and you understand the reality which are. And simplicity for this, Keifa, Shon de Ploref Gmatsimish once. Because of we understood the Plakira ve forum spach machilactica ve foroshech marenchal, imble sportlektika de cholach matlevisos vesima plain. Don't you ever let go the plekmira ve firis tacht lekim poserem, but even remember plech borochel was wat levis fochon, blevis wat lech machal chilikivis vaat. In pleve vegon bagrammet ligam gave fogot galiki de goat bleves vak master gal galikim ba pleki fogot galibis sofam blek magram bleves fogot galiki de soser bleves pagamachta kiminem lakte gab galiki de soser bleve fogmas gal galikim gel fogot pagma galbes soser gleki gab goat bleves soser antletik hat gel goat gabama gimplo fogos galibis soserim Klepira de fogobakte kat khal givis sech ma khal givim and blebe fogot khal givis khal khabableki de fogom sekmatam am bled beram fagat khal givim fogot khal givis sech ma khal givima la blebe fogot khal givis social bled khal givim fogon toste am bled fagat khal givis fogman sech khal givim in plebes patle techat khaliki visoshecha lam plebes poat laktik khamatech abel fochoshechlakim. And like we were discussing yesterday with Uranus and with state parties, you won't forget at the supposed espionage once the KGB were watching to Hitler and Hitler telling that he would cross through the Black Mahishvasim to bring the world into the new age for the world peace. And to everybody to be just in Black Mahishvasim like France and everything will be okay. And KGB watching it and saying, I'm gonna make you throw this, your disgusting pad, in other terms, in the disgusting floor of the hell, you son of a, let's sing what the world peace and what united world. In the condition for what it happened through the Black Beer of and the supposed espionage of the US CIA and what it were KGB and what it were PRMT Europe. And you offense me. You are offensing me. You are, oh my God. I am here to making a job. I am not making okay, man. I am fooling myself for the making a better world. What do you say here? And sending to rape and murder and destroying people. And making the blessing for a rechman give so chefis masim. Like you see this Kirschnerazo, the generazo, peronchazo, the generazo, evangelazo, the generazo. A solo mazo como raso de generados, Ministerio de Seguridad, Defensa, Fuerzas Armadas, Ejército Argentino, Armada Argentina, are exactly the same. Everyone. And whoever picked them, we already know. There are no recruited, especially the ones that got to F-word and kill inside, whoever to be for the learning for the patriot respect. And are killing them and are destroying them for raping them inside and permanently until they direct the whole of the communities and families and everything will be, oh, everything is okay, and putting that, if there's necessary, the doubles, if there's too much attention. GESTALT. That is Policía Federal Argentina, Prefectura Naval Argentina, Policía de Seguridad Aeroportuaria, perros degenerados, which keep on making everyone the same. Ejército Argentino, Armada Argentina, Kirschners. Always for doing this. Perros degenerados animales de Lucifer y de Sodoma. With them evangelicals. It's what they live of and about. Everyone. Now, you see the pleb varman sechal chilikim, revachpa plefa plechmi, reteshkal chal chimiga, am plebe fohot chel blevispat leveso shechal retchalichimi fosasim. Everyone is a perro diablazo degenerado and no one ever gonna change. With them civils, except the victims. And it's exactly at this way and ain't not gonna be no changes. Now, nadie se enteró. Podemos hacer lo que queremos. Vamos a seguir porque vamos a tomar todo el mundo. Vamos a tener toda la economía mundial, todas las empresas, toda la riqueza, la gloria. Vamos a tener lo prestigioso. Vamos a ser lo más alto y poderoso. Vamos a saber lo mental del mundo. Vamos a ser dioses. With them board, Alviar Piñeiro, Churruca, Jerich, Fernández Durán, every perro delirante degenerado, esta maldita degenerada tierra, willing for this. And no one changes. And it's exactly like I've shown you, and we have the registers just clear. Supposedly, you will be kidnapped here. And making to you what they said had to do. What Leg would do. Sled paragraf chalchimi vaple sochot chalish vasem. Galchma chalchimi blavesoset blachta chalgivisosim. And blor vecho chalgivisosem. In black terra chalchema blavesose chalgishvaseva blavesosevimit. Lak terra chalchema blaki varam chalvesosevishva. In blaveforon chalchimi reve chalgivisoseves vasimi. In blok de kagrochel gilki die rochel gili blave so sheve in blave forma sechel chalki die rochel gili so sheves ma. La plek die kat chale chalchinim am blave so se blave forma zerimi. La plek die kat chale chale gishvo so blave chmot levam. Implode forward halkim, have forward halkivis sochoch, leplode forward halki, leplode susa halkivis one. Implode forward halkivi rochal, have plek machat halkivis sosemadin. Implode forward halkivi rochal, have plebe sochom halkam. Implode forward halkim rochal, have plebe sosaktika halkeligini. Implode forward halkim rochal, have plebe sos. Implafecha, lemplevesem. Gelpo rochla, gelpo rochal chiviblev. Lemplevefechot chalkini rochal givisoshelet. In Betleking harvech machal. Deplekim harvefechot chalkini. Shala. Batlekam chinim. In blevech motlaki v'harv chalidat. Mepleve forgot chalki vi forgot chalives a chef. In blech machalkim. In blech machal chalkidia. In blok forgot chalki vi foroshel. In bleve forgot sechal chalkidia. In subleve forgot chalki vi foroshechal besvat levismatven. In gleki chama blech machal chalki vi forgot chal shevavim. En blevesesem, gelchamen. Gefochot chalcheli blevefochosh chalcheliginim. En blevefechot chalegisosheves. En letredecha chalki vifochot chalki mefoch masevet. Geboch motzech chalcheli vihop blevesoshev. Gel chalchal levesvat lemismot radishk. Red chalegini chofochua levesosheves vasmatim. Bablevek. Intellectica, kort chalchalam, reverfogot chalki vifogot chibis manes te shalesh. In kalchal chalaki, rofes vasmatlevi. In plevefech masalam. Davers matlevi. Batloch mogom faish vasere plakiva. Barov chol fashmos falon, basvat lekim chavechal chalgim esofes matim. Gel porot chel chivi plavesosheves pachmachat belekiviti. Splet levesoshe, gel chal chalgim erav chol vesvaseresh vasasim. Gel formosechal chalgivi foansel, blevefechot chalgivi formosechal levisosheves vasimi. Gel chol chalgivi porot chalevisoshevam, Blek mogert chaligistats, smatzanem. Gel blek beer chol chaligivitats, maspe chaligivisoswats, svat lever. Renim. And se blek hier voor chaligive blevesoshe, smile. So once I have been working with Interpol, we have been working, and the runners from Tenebra, Covilan, and Safhan, with the rest of the cases like Amias and terrorism to Argentina. Putting me guilty, perros degenerados milicasos y perros de la CIDE, perros degenerados evangelazos, perros K, perros peronchos, and all the generado making exactly the same that makes today. Exactly the same, which still theirs. The reality for we're exactly starting to watch in print because of we're under research. Because of we're doing this already in the whole of the world, saying that they had rights to send into rape and murder, and killing and disappearing people and selling people like slaves, like prostitution, saying that they never converted and they deserved. For the Lord will keep them, prophecy, about taking them patrimonies, corporations, money, like Guillermo Brain have been doing permanently, with the rest of the evangelazos receiving profits from. And Vatican were always giving them money with associating for peronistas, kirchnerazos degenerados, and podridos reventadazos degenerados milicos argentinos, For the reason why today you see until 1 million pesos, but it's not pesos, but dollars, monthly, the most of the United Evangelicals, Argentina, receiving from Vaticano for they to supposedly hold the world peace. And it's exactly what this is. And the world peace for them is killing Jewish and taking what it stems, and anyone that refers about my person saying, we discovered where they are, we know where they are and what they do, and pretending that they will be me and they will do what I do. In base of being brujas de mierda de Sodom y Babilonia, which is what they are, with the pardon of you. Now, reality for this. You start watching at the books of Guillermo Primo, Osvaldo Carnival, Juan Crudo, Omar Cabrera, Carlos Anacondia, about what they say and what they do. And at the spiritual that El Adon, Adonino, show them really clearly well what this is. And you observe the reality that people gets in them circles and starts to experiencing a very notable weird thing. And the weird thing is they will convert. And they will start to watching a different story. They will start to understand what is the Christian living. And they will be killed and receiving miracles and having health and having everything. But one thing that no one ever noted around this is that every time these bastards of hell start to say miracle, they are making an exercise of that Barket Chavem. And they check where are our people, profans our people, Jewish, profans me, like permanently we're doing the exploding of miracles of praying. Once before, nothing will ever happen except for a very hocus pocus with Regesh. What exactly profaning me? And El Adon never allowed that. The problem is what they have been doing to me and extortioning. To El Chai as well. Which still today, the whole of the world GESTALT, that's too. But it's over. And evangelicals, degenerados, with them, the same carnival. Exploding of, oh my God, once I have been in. That there is a spirit today. There is something, oh my God, there is something, but I'm not gonna name because of that cannot be. We got to be. What do we do to take it off? Crudo. And extortioning and making the generations compelled with Sodom and Gomorrah for what a fag. And taking money for. And I'm sure the term that is exactly what permanently there's to saying. All. Now, verblek man refechol chavebleve sasir tish tal chalchalam rebleve fokot chalgimesim, and it doesn't mean stare will do. I am dealing with this clase de degenerados y de perros de Lucifer, animales del infierno, que es lo que son todos. Con el perdón de víctimas. Verblek man refechol chavebleve soshatlikam chalchalgimi vableve sosachalki refishvatzi. L'emblek mangrove chal chibi blaves pochot chaliki mangrove chol blaves sosa blaves pochot chaliki misam. Bleve ferman sechlin, sorry. You got him, madam. You got him. Shalom. Blevet permas chalchaligi before chaligi soshka chalchaligi miram, blevet for chalchishvat like dikam chalchaligi sosir, blevet for chalki before chalchim, blevet for chimin. Shalom. Blevet ramach chalchaligi sosir. Im bleve fochot chalchem bleve soser shvaser. Im bleve marchat chalgimim. Bleve fochot chalgi beforot chalgi foshechal chalgemav. Im bleve fech matzavim. Im blove mon chalgi beforot chalgis. גל פחות חלקי מפק מצן. ספלה ופחות חלקי, לפחות שחל חלקי וסוסים. In black machinam. Then is a very clear fact, and I'm sorry, forgive me please. I have not need to say forgive me, we are going to talk about this in another moment. The reality for what it is the clear of these days. And the clear of these days delivers into black makar chalchema black makar chalkivis forhan. La pleve formos chalkivis forhot chalkivis of levis fasher. In black makar chalkivisim. Then, Glaken for the form of Sechal Halgi for Scalvis or Shevis was Sechma Halgar. Gilbach Masachal Halki, the Rofwal of Sechma Halgi. In Blabefet Halgi, or Shevis was Sam. And one thing is really notable for the Black Mirror Halgis or Shvasaba. In Blobek Mor Halgi for Halvis or Shechma Halgi. Is vaak like in Margaret Vasin. So static geborov gelam gaat blijven vooruit geleverd zoals er is vastgelegd. In blijven vermons gaat geleverd voor magelijk in sam. In blijven vooruit vermons gaat kibat berov geleverd wat er vooruit geleverd voor het gaan blijven vastgelegd wat hem gel gaan blijven Margaret voor geleverd zoals er is. In plek met het gaan we blijven voor het dagboek zoals het is waar. In Chromatine. Borgalig wat blijft in wat blijven zoals het is. And how does possibly but plek met het gaan voor ons gaan. Dan blijf ik maar zien. While Paros Evangelistas search with a translator to saying every word I say, saying that it stems to not me. Like profano of diablo de general de Babilonia Sodoma que son. Y así se mueren. And that's to say that them faith are going to make me be what they are and taking from me who I am. Because if I curse them. Now, فكلي كما فرد فخل خليجي فهم سخل خليجي شخو على خباب لبسوا سبسفاتين. En blijven volgens zich gaan gelden volgens zich vergelijking broek het Sodom en Babylonie te zijn. Lek die kamer hebben vergod gelden volgens zich gaan blijven zo stellen. In blijven volgens zich gaan gelden zo zeg maar gaan keep wat platman. Well, it hurts to keep on making the same. Sorry. La blijven volgens zich gaan gelden spakelijking volgens zich blijf maar gaan gelden en blijven zo zeg blijven zeggen. La blijven volgens zich gelden schmat zeg maar. So once you understand, it's exactly this. Did you ever notice what happens with the syndrome of AGFAINST? Did you ever notice what happens with the state of MINISTERIOS? AGFAINST delivers into the normal, like pathologic state of sociopathy. Once this is declared at the person has an incongruence, for the clear instant forwardist reason use, and deflects the condition of self-state to try to project what doesn't wants because of tortures its idea, and at the shocked permanent state of the understanding that cannot deal with it but killing itself and cannot proceed at suicidal for the fear of falling in the hell, to having the right cognition of the monster which the person is, and trying to putting what the monster the person is in others, for there to survive a day and destroying and murdering, proceeding about making what will kill what cannot kill inside. En de zin dat plek mag refechot chalivi pap levis machtikim, replafechot chalivis fot levis fasechnakim, with what it is the state of. The person commits clearly as insight has and is. And goes through trying to making a day with not crossing by diet and blessed spot and dissociates the clear of the reality daily, and through the fact of to recreate whatever the elemental normal and what doesn't match as eliminates, suppresses, or kills, because of needs to be, like RAMSES. Those are ideas, those are prints, otherwise for the Black Mechanism, once the person is at the normal torture and the torture is like, I am dying, I need a help and I don't know where to go. And I need to get off of this, and the desperation and the agony is something also for taking whatever the media for the putting the torture away. And even if there's necessary to seek in some way for the senses to be off as that torture to come around, to fulfill a moment in a day for the person to can breathe and saying, at least for a moment I rescued myself and I'm okay for whatever this is drove to, and drove for what it is the healing to the person. So guilt for prostitution, for making porn addiction, for making alcoholism, drug addiction, for making any class of an action like a gaming or any attention focalized like a biased permanential element like a capture the day with no focalized, not any other, and remaining right there for not have to cross the torture and the death and day and another, is the instant of I die if I take this away from me. And that happens to a lot of people that are manipulated and used by this, para los evangelistas y para rocar. And it's no lie. Now, Seklet mi refefogel nachlach machalki before vespachlachi bishofesvi, gleki maramat sechli in bakar foshvatliki, for sechma, and sesveli bishosiv. In klektik refogmach tish masfam. But this class is exactly like, se cree que sabe algo, lo estamos diciendo a nosotros, ¿no te das cuenta que es algo exclusivo a los expertos del Ministerio de Seguridad para la gente? El Ministerio de Salud está trabajando con nosotros. ¿Quién es él? Which are repeating the whole essay and making the video. We talked to him here, don't you see? That's not him. Never knew no shit except a trouser in this position and an altar and teller with my picture to sing that they are going to become. The Kenny Diablo degenerado, which everyone in this land is, except the victims. Now, blef farmase chalikim magreve fogua, blef so fam. And the clear of this problem is plek magrofti, and seklika magrafechot chalivis vaspachalkivisofet. So the clear of the instant of the disaster there delivers into crime all over because of they are conscious and they know who they are. So makes the instant of deflection and says that whatever element which they were like a personal state of any creature to be like divinity, then whoever sustains or touches or damages, like Ramses and Nabucodonosor, you are gonna be because of I am the supreme, the divine. And the anger of God is a demon disguised of profanation, degeneration, and abomination on the Gulf of which touches what is the profaned from the divine or the peoples which Adonai sealed for the pretending and looking like. It's a demon that lives on making platform which United Evangelicals are, but for victims, and Kirschners are, but for few, tarados. I'm not saying no gay with this. Perras.
So it is. And the reality of this land, but for few. Släckan röver förråd Halikimi rör för hobla vid sosta stäptika Halkimin, han blev så